Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's Combo Breaker 99. I'm back with another quick video. All right, y'all, got another flyweight fight coming up December 12th on the UFC 256 card. We got number 12 flyweight contender Gillian Robertson versus the number 11 flyweight contender Andrea Lee. And like I said, this fight's taking place on the UFC 256 card. I'm not sure if it's on the main card yet or the prelims. Probably looking like the prelims, because the main event, from what I've seen, the main card looks like it looks pretty packed already. So this might be going to the prelims, but don't quote me on that, because there probably will be cancellations in the next 2 or 3 weeks. So don't hold me to that. But the fight is going down. This is a good solid flyweight fight. It's a must win for Andrea Lee, but it's also a must win for Gillian Robertson for two different reasons. For Gillian Robertson, it's a must win for her to graduate to that next level, and this fight could possibly push her into the top 10. As for Andrea Lee, this is a must win for her, because I think she really needs to, come away with a dominant win, and she really needs to make a statement, because she hasn't been looking too impressive in her last few fights. She hasn't been as active, and when you look at it that close and you have a lot of new blood transitioning into the flyweight division, who knows what Dana White might say. This might mean getting cut, especially if you get blown out by Gillian Robertson. So this has to be a fight where Andrea Lee uses her octagon IQ. She has to go in here and perform, and she has to look dominant, in my opinion. She really has to, if she wants to, get back into the top 10 rankings. Because right now, the top 10, I feel like it's full of a lot of hungry ladies, a lot of good talent, versus Andrea Lee. Like I said, from what I've seen, she hasn't been as active, and, she hasn't really been evolving as a fighter. But compared to some of the other ladies, even like Caitlin Chikagan, these ladies that continue to stay active and hold down their spot and just take on everybody, they're really earning their spot. Even like the Lauren Murphys, fighters like her, I feel like they're really holding down their spots. So, when you got a lot of fighters like that, plus the fighters on the other side that are transitioning in, like Antonina, making her come back, Miranda Mavericks, the Victoria Leonardo's coming in here. There are a lot of other fighters here where when you start looking at the middle, they might start cutting out those middlemen. You know what I mean? So Andrea Lee really has to come in here and perform. Looking at this fight style wise, it's gonna be a good fight where Gillian Robertson has to be smarter with her takedowns. This can't be a fight where she can just shoot in for takedowns, because Andrea Lee has underrated ground skills. She can hold her own on the ground. She'll definitely see the takedowns coming from Gillian Robertson, and she'll know how to either stuff them, or she'll either know how to nullify when she gets on the ground and nullify the offense at times. So I think for Gillian Robertson going into this fight, she has to have better striking in this fight. I'm gonna be honest. You have to be able to counter strike Andrea Lee or strike with her to be able to get respect from her. You got to be able to jab her back like Lauren Murphy was. You got to be able to trade a few times like JoJo Calderwood was, even to hold your own on the feet, to kind of discourage her and then eventually get her to the ground. Roxanne Modafferi was striking with Andrea Lee. She was winning the striking battles at times and, softening her up to get her to the ground. So Andrea Lee, Gillian Robertson has to be prepared to, throw hands and use a good jab against somebody like Andrea Lee. So this could be a good time for her to start, using the jab, making sure that's something they're working on in camp. Andrea Lee going into this fight, this has to be a fight where she uses her octagon IQ. Though I said she has underrated ground skills and she can hold her own on the ground, she has the overall better striking, when she uses it. So she has to use it this time. She has to use it this time. So this has to be a fight where she can say, okay, 3 rounds, I got to keep this standing. She has the better jab, so just use the jab. Jab a fighter like Gillian Robertson. You have to jab her and you have to move. You have to use angles. So this has to be a fight where she has to be committed to that. Don't go to the ground if you don't have to. Stuff the takedowns and keep it standing. She fought the wrong fight against Roxanne 2 times. So, this has to be a fight where she says, I can't do that. I got to, use my strengths against against a very superior, very dangerous ground fighter, and always looking for the submission. So yeah, man, going into this fight here, honestly, I feel like this is a 50-50 fight, because like I said, it all depends on if Andrea Lee shows up. When she shows up, she can make it a very tough fight, a very tough competitive fight. We've seen that with Lauren Murphy, Andrea Lee again, JoJo Calderwood, and even Montana De La Rosa. The way she was able to pick apart Montana De La Rosa until that 3rd round where Montana almost submitted her. So she has to be on her game, and I think if she is, it could be a 50-50 fight. You know, because Gillian Robertson, her momentum, I feel like, is stronger right now, where she wants to grow and she wants to learn and she wants to get in that top 10. It's been showing in all her performances, even against these unranked fighters. You know, her main goal is to try to break into that top 10, but she really does have to evolve as a fighter. That's the one thing I haven't really seen, like, the change in her arsenal. Like, her striking hasn't really been her strong suit, or I haven't seen it getting as polished as it needs to be. So hopefully they're working on that in camp. But yeah, overall, like I said, I see this as a 50-50 fight. Let me know, guys, what y'all think. I think it's going to be a good, explosive fight at times. And, you know, like I said, Andrea Lee and Gillian Robertson, this is a big must win for different reasons for both fighters. But yeah, let me know, guys, what y'all think. Y'all think this is a 50-50 fight? Andrea Lee, Gillian Robertson, December 12th. Let me know, guys. Combo Breaker 99. I'm out. Subscribe. Peace.